Today I'm going over the Demolitions class, formerly known as JD. I'm going to be going over recent changes made in Op 5, new best card setups, and tactics. To start off with, we have his passive ability was changed. It is now mark up to 5 targets and marks last twice as long. So you know exactly how twice as long is. It is about 13 seconds. I used a stopwatch from the mark. Seems to be exactly about 13 seconds, give or take about half a second. So our next change, our real major change, is he no longer has 8 shots in his GL or 6 shots in his GL, depending on your last time you played. He now has 3. The card launcher capacity has been changed to grenade satchel. So he is like the old soldier from 4 and now can carry up to 8 grenades with a max level grenade satchel. His Razor Hail at max level has been increased from 25 to 30. Which is a little bit, it's pretty nice. I can get a lot of deaths from above. You can get a lot of death from above. I just did 6 in the last 50 wave I was in, and nobody was even marking targets. So he can still put out damage, especially with max perks, but going into some more changes. The explosive ammo perk now does regenerate explosive ammo. For JD at max level 10, he will actually get 1 boom shot and 1 GL shot every minute. Now, my initial testing was actually 1 minute on the boom shot and 1 minute and 5 seconds on the GL. I didn't even bother retesting it on the time on the GL because 1 minute versus 105. I think I might have just started the stopwatch a second late and not actually started it after the GL landed, and I don't know, but give or take a second, it's about a minute. So that's actually not bad, especially during the waves. You got an extra GL shot and an extra boom shot. Was not in short supply in boom shots. Only once during a heavy bastion wave where nobody else could kill any of the bastions. And I did shoot a boom shot at some non-bastions. Did I run a little bit low and had to go buy a boom shot real quick to go finish off the last 2. But even if I would have conserved my shots and only used them on the bastions, I would have been completely fine. So that extra 1 to 2 shots per wave, especially on both of them, really does help out. So I'm kind of recommending going with your cooldown up, then assault, then ammo regen for the later waves. You can even split it up a little bit depending on your preference. But now we do have one other change before going into the best card setups, and that's the bullet boost. Not really a change, but he does have this new card, and I can't recommend using it. If you're a low level JD, and maybe you can just put it on if you don't have a high level Razor Hail. But if you have a high level Razor Hail, you're killing everything with an active GL anyway. So if you use your actives on the Scions, then you don't really need to shoot them after, like, you're not really trying to bleed out low enemies and then shoot other enemies. Pretty much you're really only firing at Sentinels and Guardians quickly in their crit spot after you've taken their shield. The problem with this card is further because after you've gotten your explosive kill, whether you've fired your boom shot or you've used the GL launcher, or if you were using a drop shot or whatever, so now you actually have to either switch to your GL or wait for that animation to end before firing, which is like half a second. That one isn't that bad, but if you gotta swap weapons, now you're looking at like a second. So you're kind of down to like 13, 14 seconds because now you got, or even less because you got to aim at the next enemy. And even at max level, my next level is 45, so I gotta assume 6 is 50. 50% extra damage on the GL, I mean, it's nice, but it's nothing crazy. It's not worth putting in the top 5 build, especially when he can mark 5 targets right now. And if you're playing with randoms, you can easily get your own Mark 3, at least 3 targets within 13 seconds. And keep getting death from aboves. So The cards I'm thinking for the best 5, and there is some alternatives. One, the one you can't drop is Razor Hail. The second one you should not be dropping because he has the assault rifle perk and it's just a beast, is Custom Lancer GL. Now, if you're gonna go for the the death from above strategy, then you'll rock kill confirmed, spotter support, and custom boom shot or grenade satchel. You could replace custom boom shot, but I would not recommend it. Personally, because it has 60% increased damage and actives, when you active this and you hit a direct scion, you can basically shred them. Low levels, mid levels, completely shred their health. And it gives you a very nice boost on your next death from above. So this combined with the GLs and the fact that this reloads now with the explosive ammo for your late game, especially if you're playing a 50, is kind of necessary. Plus you start with it. So you get a wider AoE, you can kill a lot of enemies with the AoE versus potentially one going down. It's a big difference between an enemy going down and killing them. Because now you don't gotta waste a second shot, or somebody else doesn't have to target that enemy versus them getting back up and having to kill them again. So this is definitely the 5 I recommend, but if you're not going crazy with death from aboves, then you could easily drop confirmed kill for grenade satchel. I really wouldn't recommend the grenade satchel and the gambit. I mean, you can speed up the game a little bit, but just speeding up the beginning of the game more than the late game. Late game, you're not really killing enough of the enemies with the grenades, I don't think. I would rather more death from aboves, but you could alternatively try to get that in, but this is the 5 that I'm recommending right here. And if you didn't want to go, you basically, let me just say this. So if you marked like 3 of your own targets and nobody else marked anything, you're still getting back like 25%, 25%, and then late game after your cooldown is up like between 25 and 50% right back when your kill confirm, when your death from above ends. So now all you gotta do is active GL like 2 scions and you got your next death from above right back, assuming you got high level perks already for the late game. So this card right here basically saves you 1 big target late game, and you only have to really hit 2, maybe 3, and you got it right back. So it is really sweet to keep spamming death from aboves. And if you're with a good team and they're marking as well, and you got coordination, you ask them to mark and they do that too, you could hit so many enemies, and that would speed up the game a lot more than planting frags. So last time I'll say it, this is the 5 I'm recommending. I do like the ability to carry extra grenades, but I've been testing this out, testing them both out, and just the amount of kill confirms I can get, and I just did my recent game where with a whole bunch of randoms and not one of them marked anything all game long. Even had to ask him to mark the 2 sentinels because my death from above wouldn't kill them, but the spotter support, if they'd marked them, it would have killed them. And I kept having them regen because they were flying off the board. So even with me, the only person marking, I launched so many death from aboves, many waves, high-end waves. I was launching 2, and I had my 3rd one ready for the next start of the next wave, or just about. So yeah, I'm definitely recommending this 5 right here, and I hope that helps.